All right, I've been on a vigil here since June of 1981. And the reason that I started doing this was because of my beliefs. I believe that the value system of the country is corrupt. I like the idea of holding these truths to be self-evident. All men created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. But I think that somewhere along the line, those values have been traded, and now we're dealing with simply dollars and cents. I think that this situation has created a society where life really has no value beyond money. And as a result, we've created things like a nuclear arsenal, which is capable of eliminating life from the planet to protect money, not freedom. This bothered me, and because this bothered me, I figured I'd come out here and try to convince people that this was wrong, or, if I'm incorrect, have somebody explain to me why. The government has responded by passing 4 different regulations against us to try to get rid of us. I personally have been arrested nearly 50 times. I've lost track, but it's real close to 50 times. I think it's ironic that now we're touted by the tour guides as being an example of what makes this country great. They stop up there by the statue of Andrew Jackson and explain to their tour groups that these people have been here for 20 years and only in America could something like this be going on. But in fact, I think that the only reason this is going on is, despite the fact that I've been arrested 50 times, I keep coming back. It's not nuclear weapons or the police that are protecting my right to be here and do this. It's just my own tenacity, I guess. Pig-headedness.
And so you've been arrested, and have you been sitting in the same spot all this time?
We started out on the sidewalk across the street. One of the regulations prevented us from doing that and forced us to move over to this side of the street. The news media reacts by ignoring us. They just totally ignore us.
They ever interviewed you?
Well, there have been some interviews, but nothing substantial. Foreign media, there have been quite a few interviews with foreign people. They seem to be more interested in what we're doing than the media in this country. In fact, often people come by and they're quite surprised to see us here, saying that they watch the news all the time and they've never seen us, and it's hard to believe that we've been here for so long because they see the front of the White House on the news every night and they never saw us. And the reason for that is because the news media has figured out how to shoot around us so they can get their anchorman, a spokesperson, in front of the White House and exclude our signs.
What are some of the ways they've done that?
One thing they did was they used to get straight-on shots, they used to put milk crates, one for the camera. They put the camera on a milk crate, and then the guy with the microphone would get on the milk crate, and they'd shoot over the top of the signs. Otherwise, they'd move over to the side and shoot around the side. Now they've got up on the roof of the Commerce Department over there, they've built a couple of little tent structures that they're using to put their talking heads at a table, and they shoot the White House from a distance, and you see the people who are talking, and you see the White House, and you don't see the signs because it goes right over the top of the signs. So it's kind of the milk crate thing raised to a higher level. Well, let's see. On a local level, we've had some success. We did an initiative in 1990, and we, despite overwhelming opposition from all of the media and indeed all of the other candidates who were running in the election, we won this initiative. And the initiative was called the Nuclear Disarmament Economic Conversion Act. And what it did was request, because you can't require, the congressional representative for the District of Columbia, Eleanor Holmes Norton, to submit a bill to Congress. And she has in fact done that, although she too, when the bill was, when the initiative was in progress, she vehemently opposed it. But much to her credit, she changed her mind, and she did introduce it. And since then, she has reintroduced it 3 times, and on Monday she's going to be reintroducing it for the 4th time. So the bill has been in Congress now, due to the support of the people of the District of Columbia, for 10 years, although it's never gotten out of committee. And I guess that goes to the question of how does the general public respond to us? Generally, people are, the people who stop to talk are pretty supportive. Of course, a lot of people don't stop to talk. I think that basically the reason I haven't been arrested so much since the first George Bush was out of office. Most of my arrests took place under Reagan and George I. And I think that the reason for that is that Clinton was a little more shrewd. He was a little shrewder. And he realized that having us out here was really beneficial because it gave the appearance of a free society. In fact, I think that he also realized that people in this country, with all due respect, are pretty ignorant. And the reason for that, ignorant isn't really, although it's not a good thing, it's not an evil thing. It's just that you ignore things because you have so many ways to amuse yourself. You can easily fill up your car with gas and ride around and go to the movies, and basically people are just into going to work and coming home and watching television and going somewhere on the weekend and vacation, and their time is pretty much taken up with non-essential personal amusement and entertainment. And because the United States is so wealthy, nobody takes us seriously because they don't have time to think about the issues that we're really talking about.